was the first day in the 8th grade, I was surprised because there were no girls in my class, just boys, and also my sister continued studying at home. That drove me crazy. I asked myself, how could I study alone with just boys? It had never happened to any girl before. I told my parents and my brothers about that, and they said it would be fine and supported and encouraged me.
One time I was talking with my boss's wife, Di, and we saw a group of about 20 cows about 60 meters away. I pointed at one. That cow over there is baby 442. Di asked, how do you know that? So I yelled, baby! And she stopped walking, turned to us, and moved. Di was very surprised and said, oh my God, it's Taiwanese magic. I love my cow very much.
Early the next morning, 4 or 5 a.m., a boat drove up to the roof, filled with 5 guys. They stopped in front of my building, and they started to look around to see if people had any food or guns. The 4 guys on the boat all had guns. 2 of the guys got off the boat and jumped onto our roof. Then they started to walk towards us. I didn't know what was going to happen. Once they got to us, they all just looked around us to see what we had around us. I thought we were about to die.
2 weeks after we located his sister, she came to the park and saw her brother. They hugged each other with joy, and he went back to Brooklyn to start a new life. My friend and I will never forget that day that Pedro was reunited with his sister after 5 years. We cried with happiness. However, Pedro returned to the park, and now he is a homeless man sleeping on the same bench again. He was accustomed to live in this place.
My grandma took on a very important role in the family during this period, even though my mom had already married my father. Many people got swollen bellies due to too many vegetables and improper food. But my grandma was very knowledgeable about what was edible and what would cause health problems. She was a good chef and often gave the family a big surprise, like the bone soup I made for my husband and me after her consenting many years later in New York City. Thank you.
After a little while, I asked her if she drank beer. She started to laugh. No, I don't drink beer. I just pick up the empty cans. The game was getting interesting, and people continued drinking. At the end of the evening, the lady put more than 100 empty cans in her bag. I don't remember seeing anybody happier than this woman on that day.
The top place in my heart is reserved for Anne. She is a gentle, delicate 82-year-old lady I used to meet every day in Central Park. She would feed the birds while we talked about our favorite books. One shining, cool spring morning, she said goodbye because her grandson was taking her to a nursing home in Florida. I've never received any news from Anne, although she has my address. But her last words to me were, "Take care, sweetie, and please think of this old New Yorker sometimes."
I told her many people think I speak Spanish, but I speak Arabic. When I came to the United States, when I came to the United States, I didn't think my face looked Spanish. This was this was a surprise for me. Yes, Now I have this problem every day. Now I need to learn English and Spanish.
The immigrant experience can make you feel like you don't have an identity. Each country is so different from the other, and you don't fit into either. The book Foreigner taught me that it takes time to accept yourself as a bicultural person. You have to face your fears, your worries, your confusions, and your emotions to feel sure of yourself.
The suits look unchanged and always in fashion. But when I finally tried them, I realized they are very different now, especially their size, and that makes me realize that time is going very fast. I still love them because they remind me a lot of things on that long road I created and traveled in my life.
Are you upset or content? Are you sad or happy? Are you feeling good or bad? He asks me how I am. I say, Alhamdulillah, thanks to God. I'm thankful always. I'm thankful for everything. Whatever happens, Alhamdulillah.
When she eats her dinner, she splashes the spaghetti sauce all over the wall, on the floor. Red spaghetti sauce run down the wall. Apple juice drip down the table. It looked like Hurricane Sandy came into my kitchen.
We took off all her winter stuff, took her out of her winter spacesuit, and we began to drink our tea when she, with a very word facial expression, informed us that we should rush because she urgently needed to powder her nose. Sasha almost ran. She heard me, and finally she said, "Mom, please run faster, otherwise I will powder my pants right now."
She could not read or write, but was very good at counting money. Since she was 5 years of age, she was also always helping her mother in the kitchen. That's how she learned many cooking skills. She was a very good chef. Even her plain boiled water tasted very good.
When the Nazis saw her ID and where she worked, they didn't even want to touch her. They were completely disgusted and just let her go. Why was this? It was because my grandma worked as a lice feeder. She fed lice her own blood. She let them suck on her leg through the small screen of specially constructed small wooden boxes. She had to feed around 400 to 800 lice on each leg per session. One day, she showed me the exact spot on her thighs.
I know how to write my name. I know how to write my daughter's name. I know how to write my phone numbers. Thank you.
I was going to be a father. I was afraid and happy at the same time. I didn't know what to do. After I talked about it, I called her and asked her to marry me. She said yes, but I had to move to America. I was very nervous to move to America because I didn't know how to speak English. I had a lot of friends in Italy, and my family is in Morocco, which is close to Italy. The only thing for me in America was her and our son. I decided to leave everything and move to America because I loved her and I wanted to spend my life with her.
The girl decided to leave all that she had and come to a new country where she didn't know anybody or anything, just to make her love story come true. After they got married, the girl was surfing the internet and opened her old website where she had published her text. She was very surprised when she realized that the boy who sent her the friend request a long time earlier was her husband now.